just going to see. And I think it is also streaming now as well.
Got all the things happening, I think.
Amazing. We are so happy to have you here. If you are new, you are watching this call to get some information on how to get started. And this company has been such a blessing to me, to my family, to my friends, to my extended family, to literally anyone that you can talk to. Cannot say enough great things. So I just want you to know that you are in the right place. And when you are in the right place and the right product comes along, and it also has the right compensation plan, that's the key to magic. And so tonight, or on this call, we're going to run through pieces of all of that and how it all fits together. So Benny, my name is Charlotte, and I'm a Sapphire leader within our team. And we also have Benny, who's an Emerald leader within our team.
Hi, guys.
And Benny, why don't I throw it over to you to get started? She's going to run us through our slides, and she and I are going to take turns popping on and giving some information.
All right. So I just whipped these up today. We've had some enhancements happen, and slideshow. Okay. So we're here to welcome you. Charlotte, thanks for starting the call off. And one of the things that I love, and I always like to start off with this, is you may be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So that's probably the biggest thing of the business that you have chosen to join, is that we're a community and we've got your back. So not only do you have Charlotte, but you have me, you have Trent, you have all the other amazing team members. So we're going to just whip through a bunch of different things here. So 3 kind of pillars that I think are super important for anybody who's coming in here is the 3 things right here. Customize your business. So this is your business. It's yours to grow. It's yours to pace yourself. One of the best things about being your own kind of boss and having your own business is you can lean in and go for whatever you choose to do. And we're here to support your goals. The other thing that I just always have to tell people is it's a mindset game, and your mindset is going to be what has you succeed here. So fill your mind with all the things. There's podcasts, there's, all the different things you can be listening to in the car. There's amazing audiobooks. And then the third is you want to make sure you're scheduling and setting your goals. So you're here today. That's great. Making sure you have your overviews that you're going to be on, your launch. We're going to talk about that later. I can't mute people, but if you're not muted, I'll get you to mute yourself. And yeah, so those are just 3 things that I like to just remind people that this is your business and your mind is going to be the best asset. And then to make sure you schedule and set those goals for yourself. And I'm let your leader know.
Yeah. And let your leaders know, because we can teach and guide and mentor you. If you come in and you say, I want this to be my career, I want to make enough money to buy a house, or I'm trying to pay off a certain visa. If we know, then we can help you make it happen. And if you say, hey, I'm casual, I want to do my own thing, I want to, we help you at where you want to be. But I just wanted to interrupt before we get to the next page. This mindset piece for me has gotten me through years and years and years of direct marketing. This is like a gym membership. You may use it however you want. So we have all at least have someone in our life, maybe it's ourselves, who bought a gym membership and didn't show up and then was surprised when they didn't have results, or went, learned, tried new things, tried new exercises, didn't quit when it was hard, and came out on the other side happier, healthier, with growth. So every single person who has become an associate, you now have the opportunity, just like a gym membership, you're going to get out of it what you put in. And as long as you tell your personal trainer and your coach and your mentor what you want, we'll help you make it happen.
I love it. Okay, so we're just going to go over, these are some super basics, but the difference between customer versus associate. So this is important because anybody on this call, you are now and associates. So there's a few things that come along with that. So the biggest difference is as an associate, you have the ability to earn money. And you also have access to special associate bundles when you joined. And then you also have placement on your team, which is huge. So you have a placement on our team, which is continually growing, and that's going to help you grow. For both customers and associates, you always get 10% off for subscription. So you want to make sure you have your subscription in. There's something called Buy More, Save More, which is an extra 4%. So with your subscription, that's 14% when you have 3 or more products in your cart. And then an extra 4%. So up to 18% with your subscription and 5 or more products. So I always like to let my customers and associates know that piece. We also have a Turnaught home office, and the number is there. You can also Google Turnaught and that will come up, and you can call at any time and get support if you can't get a hold of us. We are experiencing currently some higher than usual volumes. So I have a direct contact to a manager at that home office. So the best thing you can do is text me who you are, your ID, and the specific instructions, and I am happy to help you out. I don't think it's going to take very long for those call times to go down again. So everybody make sure you have that number on speed dial. So those are just a few super basics. Okay, the next are we have a few helpful apps as well as a launch system. So we have 3 apps that I recommend everybody has on their phone. The Turnaught Go app, the Telegram app, and the Boards app. That is in my preference of order. So your Turnaught Go app is a great resource. You can type in anything you're looking for, from pudding demo to comp plan, and it's just a really quick, easy way to find things you need. Also, you want to make sure you text launch in capital letters to this number here. Take a screenshot if you need it. And then reach out to whoever is your leader, and we will send you the links to Boards and Telegram. So Telegram has social media posts that you can pick and choose from at any time. And Boards is a really quick way to find things to be able to text people. So for example, if you are growing a team, I'm looking at Michelle on my screen here, the Boards, if somebody asks you a question, you can go to the board and just send a quick text message with that in there. The launch system here is at legacybuilderssystems.com. So you might want to take a screenshot of this if you haven't. And they actually have a launch system guide. You can print it off if you're a paper person, or you can go through that, and it's an amazing launch system guide. Anything you want to add to that, Shar?
Nope. I just wanted to say I didn't find the Telegram app until I was probably 6 months in. And I'm not great at reminding people else to use it, but it is phenomenal because there are people who are so good at making social media posts. And so you don't even have to be tech savvy. And if it's there for sharing. So using it in your stories, using it on your social media, and nothing will ever replace you telling your story. We'll get into more of that later, but this kind of content is so, what drew me here is knowing that I didn't have to make everything from scratch. And so the text system with the launch, all of these things add up to having access to things and not needing to know creating the wheel yourself, especially if you are not already coming in as a social savvy person. So
some of the reels on the Telegram, I'm pretty sure I could never make in my life. So there's some really cool ones on there. All right. So next, we have some Facebook groups. There are 3 main categories. One of the things I always tell people is you can come back to this video at any point in time and keep adding to your business. So you want to make sure you're here in Turnaught Trailblazers. That's our team group. We also have our team chat. So you want to make sure you're in that. Then there are some other team groups. So if you are someone who is really keen, I would recommend you join a couple other bigger team groups. I recommend Jeep Life Crew and Power Players. Any ones you want to add to that, Shar?
Just, I think as you get started and once you are in here and feeling settled, double back to your leader and we can help show you some more groups to join. Yeah. I'll just note if anybody is here and is connected to Nicole and Shirley, so this recording will land in their hands too. Their group would be called Elite Eagles. So we have, one of the things is that we have so many uplines here. So some people are information people and they want to join all the groups and see all the things. I'm a take it slow kind of person. I like to just be in a few, get my feet wet, and then add more as we go.
And there are so many more out there. So we don't overwhelm people, but if you are someone who is looking for something, there is definitely a resource for that. So reach out in our chat. I'm just going to give you an example. I know someone who has an entire group for our Renew product, an entire group for our Transform product. So when I say there's resources out there, they're out there, but just take one bite at a time. Then you want to make sure you're in a testimony group. Once again, there's more than one. My favorite is Ripple Effect, and we'll explain the @tag message in the next slide. Then we also have the Health Wealth Community. So this is where you can use the search bar and look up. So if somebody messages you and says, do you have something that could help with migraines, or could you have something that could help with, I'm going for knee replacement surgery? You can look that up and we'll explain the @tag message in a minute. Then there's also the Make Waves Referral Marketing Facebook group. Once again, take a screenshot of this and then you can go back to it. And that one has more of the business testimonies in it, but there's some really great videos in there, including one of Kylie Rigler, who has a 10-minute video of the products and the business. The third one is our corporate Facebook group called Turn On Mentoring, where our VP does a live at the beginning of the month, and there's other corporate updates. So those are just the 3 categories. Make sure you're in at least one in each category, and you can add more as you go. The next one is you want to schedule your grand opening, your launch, your splash, whatever you want to call that, your Discover Turn On, with your upline. Everyone launches a little bit differently. My magic formula is 2 launches and then an in-person kind of living room style. So why I say 2, and I'll be honest, I came in and I was looking to grow quickly. So I did about 8, you guys, in my first month. I did 2 a week. So if you are someone who's looking to grow big, you're going to want to schedule as many as you need. And I usually tell people schedule one on a weeknight and then another one on a weekend. So for example, I'm just going to pick on Trent because I can see him. But I was having a launch this Thursday and I invited Trent to my launch and he couldn't come. I would say, oh my gosh, no worries. I'm actually having one on Sunday as well. You can also send a recording, but I personally love when I have that face-to-face. You can also do a Facebook Live launch, and you can also do a living room launch. So you'll want to connect with your leader to kind of make your plan on how to launch you. Everyone has a different style. I know some people who aren't on social media as much are wanting to launch. And then what I tell people is once you get your products in your hands and you have a testimony, that's when I do the next phase of, I call that my grand opening. Anything you want to add to that, Shar? You're on mute.
I sure do. I want to just add, don't be scared. So I felt very much at first, like the same as Benny, I kind of put all my eggs in this basket and said, let's do it. But I was feeling very apprehensive about talking about a product that I didn't have anecdotal, like evidence of my own results yet. And though trusted the process, because if you are here, you are probably friends with at least one person who is using the products. And until you have your own stories, you can share, you can have your friend on your call with you to say, you know what, I have this much faith in this product because we're going to hear a story from my friend Benny and all about her plantar fasciitis, because I have that too. And I just couldn't stop looking away. You can use the people that you have around you. And that's one of the great things about our business model. The other thing I want to say is just the more different ways, Benny already said this, but you're going to have different personalities in your life, and it might feel like a lot to you, but to the people around you, they're not going to be noticing and watching all the things that you're doing. So it might feel like doing a Facebook Live and a Zoom and an in-person. It might, but to the average person, they're only going to see at most probably one of those things, because everyone has their own different type of personality and the type of things that they tune into. So just be bold and just have fun with it. Like, don't be scared to just jump in, and you never know what's going to happen. You literally don't know what could happen.
And I always like to tell people on that note, you want to plan more than one so that you meet your goals. So if you only scheduled a Thursday night and not everybody could come, you might not reach that goal of Jade. But if you have 2 launches and an in-person come and go, and a Facebook Live, you're going to have more success. And I always say that it's like throwing spaghetti on the wall. You know, when you're cooking spaghetti and you throw it on the wall, and that some things stick and some things don't. So you want to keep going and do as many things as you need to reach those goals that you have.
And actually, this part, I was just going to say this part, I would love to talk about this part, because this is the part that I am super passionate about. Sometimes we get so in the weeds of planning that we don't put our emphasis where it belongs. So I'm a firm believer that if you're going to do something, you might as well do it well. And so I have tons of years of experience of party planning and come from a party plan business model. And so planning a launch is kind of like in the back of your head, same as planning a party. Okay. You are going to want to make a big, beautiful list, a robust list, a list of people whose names you didn't even think you were going to be putting on the paper. Start with the easy ones. Who do you love? Like, who are your inner circle? Who are the people that you know will show up? Who are your besties? Make sure if you have a ride or die friend, make sure that you say, listen, I don't even care if you're interested in college or not. I need you there. Like, that was me. For me, I had like my mom, my sister, my dad, my aunt. I had like this core group that I was like, I don't even care what you're doing on Thursday. I'm launching a new business. I need bodies on camera. Like, I need you to come. So you're going to have those people. And you're also going to have your friends that you love, that you genuinely think will be interested and you want them there to learn. You're also going to want to think, as you're like thinking and going through, I think scroll through your Facebook, like who's posting recipes about healthy food, who's posting about running, who's posting about, you know, taking this, that, or the other supplement, or going to the naturopath. Like, who catches your eye as somebody who's interested in health or wellness? Like, those folks, you're going to want to be able to talk to them for a reason, not just a, hey, you love me, please come on my call, but hey, I was thinking about you and it would be awesome if you came to check this out because. And when you invite them, you're going to want to say, I thought of you because. If you're taking notes, write that down. I thought of you because. That is your keyword. And Benny, if you can just go back for one quick sec.
Mm-hmm.
The last one here, I think, is also something that when we're beginning, we maybe don't always think about this category, but who do you also know that could benefit from making money? Right? Like, is there a person that you know is struggling? One of our friends was commenting in the chat, her car broke down the day after she joined, right? If this was the day before she joined, that's a whole separate conversation, you know, the Jeep stipend. I'm a single mom. I might not be the one that you think of that is going to invest my money in having supplements, but I have to take care of myself first, or I can't pour from an empty cup. Like, you don't know who's going to say yes or no until you talk to them. And you can go forward back to that beautiful picture of a list. You can screenshot this. There's a really cool system here. Connect with them first. Invite them here. Why don't you, I don't use this particular type of list, but Benny, why don't you explain this one? Because I think it is really handy. It's like a tracking system or Trent, whoever's.
Well, I just wanted to jump in just quickly, just to add as well, there's tons of overviews all the time from a bunch of different teams. So get yourself in front of those, learning what the language is and more about the products. That's a really good way to get yourself well versed in all the products. So that's all.
So
Yeah.
in terms of the list, you guys, you can do it any way you want. You can do it on sticky notes. You can do it this way. You can do it in a book. It doesn't matter what it looks like, an Excel spreadsheet, whichever way works for you. And I have 3 categories. I have the people that have not yet become a customer or an associate. And then I then have 2 lists of people who are my customers and my associates. And then I keep adding to that list. So there are people that I have talked to, and then 3 months later, I look back and they're on my list, and now they're asking a question again. So you want to make sure you have that list that you can go back to and look at, because the statistic is people need to be in front of information usually or 7 or 8 times before they're a yes. So there's this here. We have another little memory jogger in a minute. But yeah, my main point here is, doesn't matter, you know how you are. Some people are computer people, some people are pen and paper people. Who are my sticky note people? You're my people. Okay. I like to color code my sticky notes. Then you want to connect with them. You want to invite them to your launch, whether it's in person or, and as Shar said, like, start with your Fab 5. Like, who are your Fab 5, and then keep on inviting. And then you're gonna, invite them to be a customer or an associate. So once again, memory joggers, if you need to take a screenshot, a lot of people think, I don't know that many people. I'm telling you, you know more people than you think. And look at all your special interest groups. Who do you know that's hairdressers? One of my associates I went to elementary school with. You guys, I'm 41. That was a long time ago. So it can come from all different places. And if you do your Facebook Live with exciting news, you can also, that's what I like to call those soft invites. And you want to invite, you guys, like you're inviting to your birthday party or a dinner party or a hockey game, like something that you love to do. Because I've had people come before that are like, I don't know what I'm coming to, but you are really excited about it. Right. So Char's one of my besties. If she called me up and was like, hey, there's this thing happening on Thursday night, and you're the person I thought of who I wanted to be there, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be there. Sure, absolutely. Right. So invite like you're inviting to your birthday party. If you had a birthday party at your house and invited nobody, would they show up? No. Right. And some people won't be able to make it. And then you can be like, let's go out for birthday coffee next week. So it's all a reason to connect, right? If you can't connect with them in that way, make sure you connect with them in another way. Okay.
And I just want to, like, I think sometimes people get so nervous, but if you just think, like, if you're confident about what you're doing, you have no reason to be nervous. That doesn't take away the nerves, me saying that, but if it's new for you, if this is different, if it's out of your comfort zone, just remember, if somebody invited you to something, how would you want to be invited? And if you do it that way, no matter what, they're going to just be glad that you thought of them, right? If you're like, hey, Linda, I haven't talked to you in forever. I would love to catch up, but also in the meantime, like, then you give them this, I thought of you because I'd love to have you. The people aren't going to be walking away, even if they're not interested or even if they can't attend. A, they'll say thank you. No, thank you. But B, what happens more often than not, you've caught their attention. And they might not have wanted to go on that Zoom call, but 6 months later, 3 months later, I've had people 9 months, 10 months, 6 months, 8 months later. Oh, by the way, I've been watching you this whole time. And finally, one day you will post something that will catch their attention, that they will say, fine, because I watched my friend Nicole, our upline. She is all of our upline. I watched her for 9 months. I actually muted her, so I couldn't see what she was doing anymore. And then I had to finally admit, when Benny called, oh, by the way, I've already been watching Nicole for 9 months. So I was ready, right? So you just don't know.
Absolutely. Shar already mentioned this, but screenshot it if you need to. I thought of you because invite from that place of love and service, and you can never go wrong, you guys. Okay, what do we have next? Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about products. So we have a few different categories of products. Shar, did you want to go over this part?
Sure. Yeah. I actually, I'm not sure what your next, like, are the slides broken down and by product or just start
No,
through
I
here?
just have
Okay.
all the products here, and then the next slide is about taking your before and afters.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I wanted to talk about this part in particular because specifically, I do not come from a health and nutrition background. And I have to tell you, when I started, I was overwhelmed. First of all, the names of our products don't make any sense when you're first starting to be like, when you're first starting to learn them. Some of them you're like, the names are also beautiful and strong and lovely. And I can't remember which one is which. So I just want to acknowledge for the folks in the group who are like me, who jumped in, signed up before you knew all the products, it's okay to take notes, to write it in your own words. Like Trent mentioned earlier, there's product overviews all the time. We have so much content. You don't have to try to figure it out alone at all. And I actually wanted to show you, I forgot to grab them. 1 second.
On that note, while Char's grabbing something, I recommend we
Actually, you
post
have
all
the
the overviews every week. Schedule in 1 or 2 that you can listen to while you're cooking dinner, while you're cleaning the house, doing laundry, because the more you listen, the more you're going to learn and get excited about the products. And probably the best advice that I actually got from Nicole was pick 3 of our impact products and learn them well. So I'm going to add 4th because we now have Transform. So I always tell people Enrich, Glow Collagen, our nootropics, and then also now our Transform. I would focus on those 4. And Shar, you looks like you have bullet points here.
Yeah, I was going to, can you guys see the cards? I don't know about this type of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, okay. So I was going to say the exact same thing. I was watching, I was learning, I was trying to remember, and I thought, what would I do if I was in university? I would have cue cards. I am that kid, okay? So I picked 2. I started with 2, collagen, and for me it was Enrich. Okay, those are the first 2 I want to learn about. So I made a card and I watched, and every time I heard someone say something about Enrich, I would write it down and I would like study that product and I would learn. And then as the time went on, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I understand collagen. I understand Enrich. Now I'm ready to learn the next one. You know, what's my next one? When Benny said nootropics, those are our Mojo and our Zest, because those are very popular. I knew that this wasn't going to be like the product for me because I'm not a caffeinated person. I am naturally caffeinated. But I knew that this would be a good sellable, shareable product. So I wanted to learn everything strategically I could about one I thought would be very popular. Same thing. So I
Having
just went
one right
through.
now.
I was going to say, but it's so late at night, but you still got 4 more hours on us to go. So I just wanted to show you these because it's okay to find a system that works for you. And guess where I put these for the first 6 months? Nope, that's a lie. For at least the first 9 months. Anytime I was going live, I had my cards right behind me where no one on camera could see them, but I could see them. And if I was talking about it, I only stuck to the basics. Like I learned like 5 key phrases about each product. And I would just say that. And if people would ask me more, I would say, I'll get you more information for sure. I'm still getting used to the details. It was perfectly okay for me to say other people have more information and I'm still learning. Now you might be an information person who can absorb that information and spit it back out faster, or who comes here with a health background, or, you know, we're all different. But I just felt like in this intro call, that would be a good tip to take forward is now, you know, I've got cards on everything now, but it was a really good tangible way for me to learn. And so I think that the most impact products that Benny's speaking about are also great because they're good for sharing. I only just recently started sharing Enrich. That's our natural digestive enzyme, 11 digestive enzymes. It's a prebiotic and a probiotic. I actually just recently started using that one as a sample to give out to people, because if you have someone who has heartburn, indigestion, easily upset stomachs, that is one that you can take and see an immediate result. That is a very good one that I have had people join the business or become customers just by using. We actually, Michelle on the call here with us, we did an in-person event, and they had gone out for dinner first before they came to us, and somebody was having trouble, digesting their dinner, had some heartburn going on, and 10 minutes after taking it said, "Hey guys, my heartburn's gone." I can't remember, it was heartburn, indigestion, it was something like that, right? So that's a really good example. Mojo or Zest is another great one because they come in these packets. So you can keep them in your purse or in your Jeep or in your vehicle or in your wherever. I keep some in my mailbox, like stop over and grab one, because I have had so many people join our business or become very robust customers because this is something that can replace immediately a daily coffee and have immediate results as well.
There's also on the Tranont Go app, I'll just briefly mention, if you search, like if someone's like, I'd love to know more about the collagen or the Enrich, if you search on the Tranont Go app, there's an awesome 3-minute pudding demo. So instead of trying to explain it and send all the information, I'm just like, awesome, here, watch this quick pudding demo and let me know what you think. The other thing we always tell people is for you, but also to tell your customers, take pictures and take note of where you're at now. So this is my scars, and then this is Leslie's leg. And if we had not taken those photos, number one, you may not have noticed. I know Shar has her chest scar as well. You might not notice the little things, but over a month, that's a big difference, right? So the other thing too is to make a mental note of where you're at with your pain or your mood or all those things as a starting point. I was talking to one of my friends last week. We were out for lunch and she's like, I'm not sure the glow's working, but my torn meniscus isn't hurting anymore. And I was like, that's the glow. That's the glow. So, however, if she had a cookie burn or something and took a picture, so I tell people take pictures of absolutely everything. Because number one, people always say, I wish I took more pictures. Anything you want to add to that?
I think if you are here as a new person, take pictures, but take it in front of a window in daytime.
Yes.
That is not something that everyone knows, and it's kind of basic, but take it in the same spot so that other people won't say, oh, sure, but it's the lighting. Or then you can say same living room, same window. It was taken on a sunny, middle of the day, because it will show more truth. And I actually wish so badly. I was on a call with a new person earlier. I wish that I started a journal early on with how I was feeling. I didn't notice the full effect of the glow until I stopped taking it, because I was so used to being sore. And for me, I didn't have a miraculous 2-week. It took me, a month, 2 months to really be feeling this, because I had a lot of pain. I didn't even notice when it was gone. And also for me, mental health is a lot less trackable. And if I could read my journal from then, it would be dark and it would not be great. And I am a different person today than I was 10 months ago. Yes. So that is very important to get people to just jot notes, right? Or even hey, it hurts when I get out of bed, or hey, it takes me 5 steps when I stand up from my chair until I'm walking vertical. All these little things we don't think about. Just encourage yourself to write it down for your own tracking business purposes, but also to share it. Every single thing, every little thing is a story, and everything that you have changing in your body, someone else in your life might have the same thing. And so I think we downplay our own success sometimes because we forget if it's just something as quote unquote small as being able to stand up off a chair and walk. Guess what? There is somebody who cannot get up off their chair and is dying to be able to just stand up and walk. So your story is going to empower other people. And because this is a business call, just not just a product call, those things matter because the more truth you can tell, the more viability you have as a business.
And then in terms of, this is our last slide before we move on to making money. So in terms of what you do with sharing with people, there's something called the @tag message. So remember we talked about those testimonial groups as well as your own testimony. You can do something called an @tag message. You can screenshot them and send them to them, or you can add them to that testimony group and tag them in it. I like to screenshot it myself, and then I send them like 3 testimonies. I always pick 2 or 3 that are pertinent. So it's what I call social proof, right? So I had plantar fasciitis and it helped me with Glow, but if they see 1 or 2 other people who had success with that, also they might have something that I don't have. So you can pick someone you know. You can also go into those testimony groups. Also, we have our overviews to invite them to. We have smaller 10-minute videos, and then they're either going to be products or business or both. And then you kind of move them through that funnel. So we're going to get into kind of a bit more of the nuts and bolts of the making money piece. So Trent's on and he can help us with this. We've had anything else you want to say about that before we move on, Shar? Okay, perfect. We've had some enhancements to our comp plan in the last couple of months. So we wanted to also do this because there's been some changes. Once again, there are layers to the comp plan. So we're going to keep it very basic today. But if you are someone who has questions about things, the best thing you can do is contact Trent or one of us. But Trent knows the numbers a lot better than I do most of the time. So if you have a specific question or you're going for a specific goal in the comp plan, just let us know. So the first thing I always tell everyone to do is make sure you have your subscription in, and make it for the beginning of the month because we want you to be able to earn commission. So you need 50 PPV, which means personal, personally
purchased volume.
Personally purchased volume. So that's your own products. So that's about 2 products. And 100 PV if you have ranks that you're going for. And then 200 PV at Ruby or above. Is that crystal clear for everyone? 50 PPV, which comes from your products to earn off customers. And 100 PV to earn off those associates joining or Jade or Onyx and above. And then 200 for Ruby and above. Now we have weekly pay. So today is, for example, a Wednesday. I had a customer order today. I want to make sure I have my volume in before Saturday at midnight so I get paid. And commissions are rolling 5 weeks. Did I miss anything?
No, but do you want me to explain the rolling 5 weeks and what that
Sure.
that means?
We're going to keep it simple, but yeah, you can explain.
Yeah. So to be qualified, you can go back 5 weeks, and as long as you have your PV in within the last 5 weeks, it's qualified. But like Benny said, I would recommend having your subscription at the start of the month so you're qualified for everything, because the rank bonuses are monthly. So they reset each month.
Yeah. And the bonus is you can get paid weekly on your commissions. So everything is paid out on Friday now. So your customer commissions, your rank bonuses, except for your Jeep and any additional bonuses like the rank retention Or is the Jeep paid out on Fridays?
The Jeep's paid out as you go as well.
So the only thing that's paid out on the 10th now of the following month is your special bonuses, like the rank retention bonuses that you're going for. Okay, sorry, this isn't crystal clear, but I'm going to tell you where you guys can find this in your back office or your app. If you look up your country, we do have some US associates. This is the Canadian numbers. If you look up compensation plan, make sure you have it for both associate and customer. So this is our customer structure. And once again, you need that 50 PPV to earn off your customers. And then you can reach the rank of quartz, onyx, jade, opal, all of these here. And then we also have these one-time rank retention bonuses for both the associate and the customer side. So our comp plan now has two different sides. You can earn on customer commissions as well as associates, and you can actually earn ranks on both of those sides. And then you earn a commission base depending on the customer volume you have from the previous month. Anything you want to add to that, Trent? So this
sorry.
side, just to be clear, you don't need any associates. So if you're brand new, I see Michelle on my screen, and Michelle, you love Transform and you get a whole bunch of Transform customers. You can actually, and you did this, reach Jade with sponsoring no team members on the customer side. There's also a rank retention bonus at these ranks as well. And then you just want to make sure, because at Ruby and above, there are different qualifications of how long you need to hold that title. So they're all paid out the first month. And then at Ruby and above, you need to retain it for the following month as well.
So just one thing to add on to that, for the customer commissions and the customer rank bonuses, it all comes from your personal customers.
Yes.
So all the volume from your personal customers is what makes up those the customer volume on that one.
So for example, if Michelle had 10 customers buying Transform, that would all go towards her customer ranks. Okay, so the next one we have, and I usually tell people you want to maybe choose your focus. Shar and I, and most people that I know, are team builders. However, if you decide you want to come in and you know your strength is customers, you can build on the customer side. I personally feel it is easier and faster to build on the associate side, but I love that we can earn on both of the sides. So here is our associate volumes. Once again, you need that 100 PV. At Ruby and above, it is 200 PV. And then you can hit those ranks. And then once again, there is that rank retention bonus. Anything you guys want to add to this? So the only difference here at the associate side is any customers of your own, the volume goes to your customer side. Any customers on any associates below you will go towards your group volume on the associate side. So that is a change that has really helped us be able to grow our teams quicker. Anything else you want to mention on that, Trent?
Just that, and I don't want to confuse people with too much information, but the volume from your personal customers goes towards your qualifying volume to earn as well. Does that make sense?
No. So your customer volume only goes towards your we're on associates now.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I would say, I think for introduction's sake, start sharing, start growing, pick a side. Are you someone who wants to build a team? Personally, I think it's faster and more lucrative, in my opinion, to do associate building side. but you might be the best social seller in all, like that might be so more your comfort zone or your, what you want to come in and do. Pick that side and go for it. And by the time you're moving and grooving, double back, we'll connect you. We'll make sure all of this is like clear as mud, because it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of PV and CV, but there's nothing scary about it. There's just, I think the most important takeaway is that there is a lot of money to be made, a lot of bonuses to be made. And I want to share my story at this time because 10 months ago, I had a decision to make, which was, how am I going to maintain my mortgage, be a single mom, and make this life real? Did I want to stay where I was, where things were comfortable, but I knew I was never going to make the amount of money I needed to, or make a decision and go to a company where there's real people making real money at a significant level, like a significant amount of people, right? So many companies you see, oh, sure, there's only so many XYZ level. That's not what's happening here. This company is so passionate about people having money in their pockets to feed their families. And I didn't even think I was interested in the Jeep bonus that much. I thought, well, maybe I'll get one for fun because I already had a paid off van. Well, guess what? Single mom, my van went into the shop. I didn't even think anything was that wrong with it. And within like one phone call, I found out, okay, this, and this are all going to die soon. That's $3,000. Why would I invest in a vehicle that's bound to die? This Jeep bonus has allowed me to put my family on the road in a safe vehicle. And I pay above and beyond what I receive for my monthly stipend. I pay like $37 for a beautiful Grand Cherokee sitting in my driveway. So I just want to say, I am not the money person, but I am so the inspiration person. Like, money is important because it buys groceries and pays the bills and sets your sights on goals or trips or children's education funds or paying off visa or whatever the thing is in your life that's brought you here. I just want you to know it is not for the elite. It is for all. And every person who wants to, like, this is the place to be. And even folks who come in thinking they're just going to be casual, guess what? It's so real that we're seeing more people win here. Benny and I have done business together forever and a day, and we see so much in other people, literally hurts our heart that we're like, we see so much for you. And it's become true here at Trinont that we are actually seeing people win, cash in their pockets, and you know, money doesn't buy happiness, but like money buys stability, money buys comfort, money buys like being okay. You know, I said to my best friend, like, and this is a new associate call, put the person you love on your team and do it fast. I said to my bestie, hey, there's going to be a day where we go to the grocery store and we don't even have to check if strawberries are on sale. Girl, we're going to buy the strawberries no matter what price they are. And that's just like a little joke because, you know, we have families full of kids, but I put her in my number one position, first day, first person. And I have been able to grow with her. And I am at Sapphire and she is at Pearl. And she was tiny fraction of a minute away from hitting Ruby, and she will hit Ruby this month. And that is where real money becomes tangible stories in the people you love. And so Trent can explain all the numbers and all the things, but I just need you to know that it's possible if you don't quit. When it's a day you think it's hard, do not quit, because there is so much good here. And there's another whole separate call that we should do about why network marketing is absolutely the best business model out there for so many reasons. But just trust the process, go all in if that's what you want to do, or, you know, wherever it brings you here, just don't be afraid.
And here are the ranks on the associate side, so you can see some of those numbers. So when we say set your goal, take a look at these numbers and where you want to be. And as Shar said, we can go over more details of the comp plan if you're someone who likes to go into the details. But the most important part is to book your launch, start growing your business. Once again, for that Jade position, you need 3 associates and 1,500 in volume. We also have a step before that now called Onyx. And the other thing as well, I'm seeing Michelle on this call. If you have as Shar mentioned, if you have a husband or a loved one, a sister, a boyfriend, you want to make sure they're one of your top 3 legs. So Shar is my top on my 3rd leg. My bestie, Trent's the top on my 2nd leg. And then one of our other really good friends is my top on my 1st leg. And those spots are important. So you want to make sure your spouse or your best friend, you get them on that call and you get them in. We had a couple other slides in terms of, go back. Okay, well, we'll just go over, oh, sorry. You know me and my slides. Okay, so Jade is our Jeep rank, and that is you need 100 PV, you need 1,500 in your legs, and that could be as easy as 3 platinum packs, 5 gold packs, or 10 silver packs. And then if you are brand new in the business, that is our first pretty big paycheck, your first month. So once again, we can go over these numbers in more detail. I just wanted to end with a few sort of tips of what Shar and I have learned over our careers to keep in mind. So as we said, numbers are part of it, but more than that, excitement is contagious. Have fun with your business. You know, don't be afraid to mess up or look silly. One of my favorite things that I heard at convention was crazy people make crazy money. Growth and abundance mindset. Done is better than perfect, you guys. I didn't want to do this call today because I didn't have a slide deck perfectly prepared, but done is better than perfect. Ask. You have a team. You have all of us around you. So if you want to get to that next level, make sure you ask. If you want to go live with someone, ask. We're all here to help, but we're not mind readers. Consistency, it is a marathon, not a sprint. You will have people come out of the woodworks in 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months if you're consistent. Relationships are the heart of this business. Most people need to be asked 7 or 8 times before they're a yes. Dream big. This is not the business to play for minimums. Those who show up, go up. So come to the overviews, lead your own overviews, do your launches. Those who show up really do go up. And then you want to come from that serve, share mentality. And then probably the biggest tip I have is, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Anything else you want to end with, Shar?
Just reach out and literally, I mean, it was just on the list. Have fun. Like most people are here because it sounded kind of fun or kind of interesting. And the more fun you have, the more people will want to be part of you. They buy from someone they like, right? They might have 2 people on their Facebook who are selling the same thing. They're going to buy from the one that seems authentic or brings something different to the table or feels like they connect because that person is warm or funny or whatever the thing is about you. I don't want to be like, say, be marketable, but like be someone that people like, right? Don't post controversial stuff, post happy things. You know, the world is really kind of bonkers right now, and you get to actually take your business. And I actually think of it more as like being a channel for something really good, right? Like I want to be someone where they go on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or wherever the thing is that you're posting and they smile, right? Because like they might follow you for a really long time just because they like who you are. And then eventually you're going to say something or they're going to be like, dang it, I need that product. Right? Like this happens. This is real. This is social selling. And so another thing too, if you have any naysayers in your life, guess what? Their opinion doesn't matter. That having thick skin, anytime that we're doing something off the beaten trail, like other people might have an opinion, or they had a bad experience with network marketing in the 80s. So they think they know everything because they went to Amway one time 30 years ago. Oh God, the 80s. I was that probably 40 years ago. But I just want to say, like, enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing, lean into the people around you, and like just focus on the joy and the health aspect, and everything else will follow.
I agree with all of that. And you guys, it's not if there's a naysayer, it's when.
Yeah.
And remember that that 7 or 8 times people are a yes, that includes the naysayers. So I will just tell you, my mom told me about our collagen. I think it's snake skin oil. And that did not feel very good from my own mother. Guess who takes our collagen monthly and would not miss it for a minute? My mom.
Yeah.
So when you're
Yeah.
confident in the product, so share from confidence. And you have all of our team. So you can share, oh, my friend Charlotte, my friend Benny, my friend Michelle, my friend Trent, we're all a family here. And you guys have us all to lean on, and please reach out if you need us. So we will do a more detailed comp plan video if you're someone who wants to know all the numbers. But the most important things are to go through those steps to launch your business, relaunch your business, and we're here for you every step of the way.
Amazing.
Thank you guys.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.